I found out that one of my interns was sending messages to my husband, and from that moment I knew nothing would ever be the same. I am a manager, used to handling corporate crises, but I never imagined facing something so personal and destructive within my own team. My husband didn't hide anything. He showed me every message and said, "I never gave in, but you deserve to know this." At first I thought it was confusion, but the texts were direct. Bold compliments, suspicious invitations, and intentions that were far from professional turned into deep unease. Why would the intern have the audacity to cross that line? I started observing her behavior at work, lingering stares, excuses to come close, and exaggerated smiles whenever my husband came to pick me up. Something inside me screamed that this wasn't just about messages. There was a much darker pattern hidden beneath the surface. Discreetly, I began to investigate, speaking with coworkers, trying to understand if she had ever done anything similar before. That's when I heard the first whispers. Rumors she always got too close to managers and somehow advanced much faster than anyone else. An HR colleague confided she once saw the intern entering a coordinator's car late at night, long after office hours were over. That revelation shook me because it meant my husband wasn't the only target of her carefully calculated advances. When I confronted her, expecting embarrassment, she only smiled and said, "Manager, you have no idea who I've already dealt with here." Those words froze me, sounding less like denial and more like a dare, as if she wanted me to dig deeper. I kept searching and found undeniable proof. She had been involved with one of the senior supervisors in clearly compromising situations. There were even leaked screenshots in private chats, but they always vanished quickly, like someone powerful was protecting her image. The hardest part was realizing my husband wasn't her first target. He was just another step in her dangerous pattern. Soon more names started surfacing, and each one was more shocking and powerful than the last. A longtime employee revealed she also had secret meetings with the branch director, always scheduled at strange hours and in hidden places. Imagine the shock. The same intern texting my husband was already connected to supervisors and even the director of the company. These weren't just rumors. There were access records, guard reports, and even witnesses who confirmed what happened behind closed doors. I realized this was no longer a personal issue, but a corporate scandal that could destroy reputations and damage the company's image. Fear crept in, because if she had this much protection, powerful people were clearly invested in keeping everything quiet. At the same time, I felt furious, knowing everyone whispered the truth yet chose silence to protect their own positions. My husband looked at me and said, "You need to decide if you'll carry this burden or expose all this filth." I knew exposure meant risking my career, but silence meant becoming complicit in corruption and manipulation, eating the company alive. It became clear the intern wasn't just bold, she was manipulative, someone who knew how to use her influence for personal gain. The deeper I looked, the more the company's flawless image collapsed, revealing layers of scandal and hidden corruption. Supervisors covered for her, staff stayed silent, and everyone acted as if nothing happened, protecting the illusion of order. I felt trapped in a maze, because every new thread I pulled revealed even more filth. This was no longer about my marriage, but about an entire system feeding off lies and manipulation. I spent sleepless nights wondering if I should report everything, knowing the consequences could be devastating for me. But each time I saw the intern smiling in the office, pretending innocence, I felt anger rise inside me. It was like staring at someone who knew exactly how far she could go without being punished. The weight grew heavier, because I wasn't holding just gossip, but evidence strong enough to bring down powerful names. Each new discovery proved the corruption was deeper than I had ever imagined. My marriage had become only the entry point to something much darker. I had to decide: stay silent and protect myself, or face the scandal and risk everything I had built. The truth was already too big to stay hidden, no matter how hard they tried to erase it. This was never just a story about messages. It was about how far ambition, power, and manipulation can truly go. And that's why I share this today, because truth always finds a way to surface, no matter the cost.